lot of spatial distortion out there, and hostile ships are coming through. We're finishing some defense satellites to assist you, but we need some time. Do what you can until they're ready for activation. Enemy ships approaching, on an attack vector. Bad news. They're targeting the shield generators. If we lose those, Pavo will be vulnerable to invasion from orbit. The good news? Our defense satellites are ready. Scan them to bring them online. Up multiple enemy signals on sensors. Get ready. upgrades are now available. When you scan a satellite, its new abilities will come online. Your service branch will determine which upgrades will activate when you scan a satellite. Choose wisely. Heads up, the enemy flagships are coming to attack. be our defenses here. If they come back, we'll be ready for them. Keeping Pavo safe is important. You've done a lot today to make that happen. Thanks. Starfleet welcomes its allies from the Romulan Republic to Earth Space Dock.
Personal log, Admiral Lita. Our temporal visitors have given us quite a few gifts. At first, my engineers were pessimistic about understanding future technology. A few trips to the Agony booth have cured them of their misgivings. Our benefactors have come from our far future to ensure that their world comes to pass. For that to happen, we must defeat the Iconians, and our descendants have given us the weapons to do so. Of course, as Admiral in command of the fleet's flagship, I must insist on the first set of upgrades. Once the Enterprise has the power to dominate the fleet, I can give new weapons to my subordinates, but only to those who prove their loyalty.
Come in. I have a special assignment that requires a delicate touch. A science ship on patrol in grid Beta 53-30 received an encrypted message from the Voth. This wasn't a message from a military ship or the Voth leadership. This was an encoded short-ranged burst from a Voth science outpost. I think we may have a friend in the enemy's ranks. It'd be best if any communication from our side didn't come from our leadership, for reasons you'll soon see. I want you to pursue a dialogue with this individual. See if we can turn them into an ally. That is all. I'm trying to contact any member of the mammalian occupying force who is willing to open negotiations. I am Nellen Exel of the Voth Circle of Archaeology, and I believe that we have common scientific goals that can only be achieved without the interference of our respective militaries. Working alongside the best minds of the Voth Circles of Science, I have been studying this celestial structure, its function and its original inhabitants. Our work has yielded some troubling information for those seeking to uphold the doctrine that we are the original intelligent species in the Delta Quadrant. The Voth Ministry of Elders maintains that science is only valid if it supports their own fictions of history. I've lost too many colleagues to this terrible government censorship. What I've been able to discover on my own and away from government interruptions is that this sphere was created by a race under direct control of a species called the Iconians. Even ignoring the huge cache of records we found here, the mere existence of this sphere proves that there are powerful entities my government refuses to acknowledge, perhaps to our ultimate doom. I will not be so naive. Left high and dry by my own people, I am left with few options. There must be a sympathetic ear out there that realizes we have entered the nest of an enemy that neither of us are prepared to face alone. I was pleased to receive your message, even if I have to keep this conversation a secret from everyone I know. There are many topics that have been deemed controversial and off-limits. Inquisitors examine our work on a regular basis, but questions need to be asked if we are to maintain any sort of scientific credibility. Have you ever wondered at the fact that both our people were able to enter this sphere from opposite ends? That we could move through halls, through rooms, through entire buildings without finding another living thing? Until we encountered one another. The Ministry of Elders would have me publish papers claiming that this sphere was created by our ancestors. But why would they abandon this place? Why would anyone abandon this place? As far as I can tell, this place was commissioned but not built by a race called the Iconians. A war forced them to abandon their home in favor of this more strategic location. Imagine how many fleets of warships could fit inside here, fed by food grown on thousands of hectares of carefully constructed surfaces, powered by the entire energy of a star, and all waiting to ambush from the dark space of the night sky. The Voth are not warmongers. We have taught doctrine to weaker species, but weapons are usually not required. When the Voth have encountered opposition, we have resisted attempts by others to add us to their own ranks. Fights between evenly matched adversaries tend to be futile. A sphere might convince some that the odds have shifted in our favor. Which brings us back to my first question. Why did the original inhabitants of the sphere leave? Did they feel safe and pick a fight against a superior enemy and lose? Or were they forced to leave by some internal flaw in their fortress? We may all be doomed to the fate of those who lived here before if we aren't careful.
End of file.
One of our classified research facilities has taken a high-profile person of interest into custody. Starfleet Intelligence sent agents to investigate, but the prisoner refuses to speak with them on the matter. Here's where it gets interesting. The prisoner says they will only speak to you about this. Naturally, Starfleet Intelligence wants to get to the bottom of things, and so they've requested your assistance. You've been granted clearance to enter the facility and meet with the prisoner. Get out there and see what's going on.
Commander Kyle DeSoto aboard the Izar research station. We are under heavy attack and require immediate...
This is Captain Othu, USS Kanchu. We could use your help dealing with this Terran Empire fleet. There's something they want on that station, and they're not taking no for an answer. We were expecting you. The Terrans, not so much. Not sure how they found a station with a classified location, but here we are. Nice shot. Keep it up. Glad you turned up. Things were going sideways fast. The Terrans really did a number on the station. Our scans show they're running on emergency power and batteries. Most of their critical systems are down, including comms. Yes, we noticed that as well. They made surgical strikes on a number of key targets, but didn't do enough damage to destroy the station. Like I said earlier, there's something in there they want. Guess they figured they needed to soften the station up first. Can you beam an away team over? We'll keep an eye on things out here. Excellent. I'd go in weapons hot if I were you. The Terrans sent boarding parties over once the station lost its shields. I doubt they'll be happy to see your team when they arrive. Are you ready to beam over now?
Commander Kyle DeSoto, Starfleet Intelligence. Thanks for coming. We can really use your help here. If we can get to engineering, we can get main power up and running. Once we have that handled, we can start restoring critical systems. They're fine. The brig security systems are still online, and life support is functional on that deck. To be honest, they're probably in the safest spot on the station. The rest of the place is running on emergency power and crawling with Terran boarding parties. This way! We're lucky you made it out here. Things were looking pretty grim. Hard to say what the Terrans are after. Could be a number of things. They could be after any one of the classified projects, or all of them. Afraid the turbo lift's offline. We'll need to use the Jeffries tube to get down there. Watch out! There are still some hostiles here! That officer's still alive. Check on that plasma leak while I help him out. We need to get through here. See that lower panel in the wall? Open it to access the EPS valves. You can adjust them to redirect the plasma flow and clear us a path. Be stable. Once we get comms back up, I'll call for a medical team. Engineering's over here. Over here. Damn! They're still here, too! Take them down! There are more in the back. We have to stop whatever they're doing.
Take them down! Open fire!
Over here! Looks clear. Let's get to work. I need you to open that lower access panel and reconfigure the isolinear chips inside it. Once you do that, we should be able to get the reactor back online. couple of EPS conduits were fried. We need to lock down those power spikes. I'll do what I can down here to keep things from melting down. Gonna need you to get upstairs and deal with those power spikes, though. Okay, there are 2 consoles you can use to regulate the power spikes. The consoles are on either side of the reactor. Good luck. Work smart, but work fast. We need to get this under control. Nice work. Power's back and the EPS is locked down and in the green. All right, there's a console near your position. Use it to bring internal sensors back online. Let's see what we do.
Congratulations, Admiral.
Ops to all hands. We're detecting hostiles at the brig. I repeat, hostiles at the brig.
That's not good. They must be going for the prisoner. Get to the brig ASAP and deal with the situation. I need to keep working here to restore critical systems while there's still time.
You're a sight for sore eyes. The Terrans have us pinned down here.
Remember the mission. Failure is not an option.
Oh, I see you got my message. I noticed you took your sweet time to get here, though. Oh, let's talk. I have to say, I was beginning to think you weren't coming. Why the delay? All-you-can-eat buffet at Quark's? Explain myself? Oh, honey. We do not have the time it'd take for me to explain myself to anyone. Trust me. Bottom line, I need your help with the kind of problem you excel at solving. And I need it fast. That said, can we continue this conversation somewhere else? I don't know if you noticed, but this place is falling apart at the seams, and I'd rather not die in a cell. Thanks. Absolutely! Only an idiot wouldn't be scared in a situation like this. Look, quit wasting time. Get me out of here before it's too late. You're skeptical. I can see that. Fine. I recently acquired a sizable amount of classified Alliance research data. All sorts of juicy secrets in there. They served me well. Knowledge is power, after all. Even someone like me has to answer to the Emperor. I needed to justify my existence, so I shared some of that data I acquired with him. He found something. Something that he craved more than anything. Getting it became his sole purpose in life. As time went by, it was clear something was wrong. Whispers of madness. Rumors of a new superweapon that could destroy anything, anywhere. Even here. Does it matter? I'm here. Let's move on. I had access to the Emperor's tactical plans. He means to conquer everything in existence, and he believes this weapon will help him do that.
Thing is, some of our top scientists feel that he could destroy everything in existence with it. In fact, they think that's the most likely outcome. And I feel the same way. Correct. I found out about this place some time ago. It's close to a point in space where the barrier between our two universes is thin. I made my way here and turned myself in. Figured a super secret research station would avoid a lot of prying eyes. Guess I dropped the ball on that one, huh? I'm usually pretty good at covering my tracks, but I was in a hurry. Some of the Emperor's best got wind of my snooping around and decided to put a stop to it. And me. One of my people ratted me out. Captain Kumarke. She's always wanted my job. Huh, not even a little. They were here to silence me. Permanently. Didn't work out so well for them, though. Like I always say, if you come at the Queen, you better not miss.
I see you've met the prisoner. Charming, isn't she? I've been able to restore most of the critical systems, but we still have a Terran problem. They've regrouped and dug in around the data lab. I need you to convince them of the error of their ways. There is a turbo lift around the corner from you that will take you there. I'll meet you there after I secure the brig here. Those Terrans really did a number on this place.
Don't you dare leave me here! Where are you going? Oh!
How delightful. I seem to have acquired a new nemesis. But duty calls, I'm afraid. Until next time.
Looks like the mainframe was compromised. Check the next console and verify the status of the backups. So, how bad is it? The system's been wiped! Damn! That means we have no idea what data they took. Right. Hold on. Damn! A ship just made the jump from our space to the mirror universe. I'm betting our mysterious Lucari was on board. We're gonna have to chase her and get that data back. That won't be necessary. One of the research projects here was a dimensional portal activator. It went to prototype a few months ago, so they probably worked all of the bugs out of it by now. It generates a trans-universal portal between our universe and the mirror universe. They worked on it here because the barrier between our universes is thin. The prototype was installed on the Khonshu. With it, we'll be able to open a portal to the mirror universe. Once we're there, we can pursue the Terrans and get back what they stole from us.
So, you're going to blindly chase after her, aren't you? Well, if you die, the odds of things going south increase dramatically. So, I guess I'm coming with you. Someone needs to make sure you don't screw it all up. Are you ready to head back to your ship? I hope you're ready for a fight. If I know Kumarke, she'll send a welcoming committee to greet us on the other side. She's so thoughtful. You know, for a sadistic purple sociopath.
The dimensional portal activator is online. We're ready to move out on your mark.
Top marks for effort, but I'm afraid I'll have to lower your score for effectiveness. Your precious data has already been delivered to my colleagues on the station. It's charming that you think so. I'd keep you as a pet, but the Emperor wants your head on a platter. And who am I to say no to our supreme ruler? I do hope you'll die screaming. It's so much more entertaining that way.
Ha! Told ya. She's as predictable as a warp core breach. You're better at this than the last. get your data back. Now that we've finished off the welcoming committee, why don't we beam down to the station? The longer Kumarke has that data, the more damage she'll do with it. We need to move fast. The data labs are on a different deck, and they'll be coming for us soon.
Attention all hands. The traitor and her pets have arrived. Do bring me their heads, won't you?
Well, that was quick. Still, this is a Terran station, and Terrans aren't terribly fond of taking orders from aliens. We might find a useful ally in the Agonizer chamber. Let's drop by and see who's suffering for defying the Purple People Crusher.
I'm gonna claim the glory for this one!
Look, it's our DeSoto. Better turn the agonizer off before he dies.
Thank you.
Let's see what he has to say. I'm dying to hear how he wound up in the booth.
You. Figures. The only person who'll help me is an enemy from another universe. Kumarke. She's been using Terrans as lab rats, testing the Emperor's new toys on them. Wasn't right. No Terran should be put to death by alien scum like her. Or that Bajoran traitor behind you. I tried to stop her. As you can see, that didn't work out for me. The Emperor is obsessed with that stuff. Thinks it'll make him invincible. Has something to do with...
Boring conversation anyway. Looks like Kumarke used the agonizer to keep poor DeSoto quiet. Loose lips sink ships, after all. What? You don't think I did that, do you? Your team had eyes on me the whole time, champ. Oh, and I'm really looking forward to that, let me tell ya. Can we go now? It'd be good to get what we came for before Kumarke calls in every Terran in comms range to murder us.
Earlier. Kill Lita and her thugs. Now!
Let me handle that lock, Chief. I can crack it like an egg. Just make sure I don't get shot in the back while I work on it, okay? isn't she? Kumark is good, but she's not as good as me. I can crack her security and get to that data, but you're gonna have to trust me. You could, and I'm sure they're gifted, but do they know the latest in Terran security protocols? No, because I do. The time they'll waste getting past those is time Kumarke can use to bring in enough Terrans to put an end to this little raid of yours, fast. So, what's the call here, boss? Oh, see? You can be reasonable when you try. I'll get started then. Wait, hold on. That exocomp over there. We can use that to expedite things. Reprogram it to help us. When a console becomes active, unlock the console and wait for the exocomp to do the decryption. Yeah, expect company. Angry company. You'll have to protect the exocomp while it's working. If it's damaged, do what you can to get it operational again. Oh, and keep me alive, too. Thanks. Data's heading to the console at 9 o'clock. Get it before it's lost! Keep it up! There's more to go! Data's heading to the console at 5 o'clock! Get it before it's lost! Keep it up! There's more to go! Data's heading to the console at 1 o'clock! Get it before it's lost! Keep it up! There's more to go! Data's heading to the console at 5 o'clock! Get it before it's lost! Keep it up! There's more to go! Data's heading to the console at 9 o'clock! Get it before it's lost! Keep it up! There's more to go! Got it! Finish off our uninvited guests so we can get out of here! Alright, we have what we came for. Take the exocomp with us. It'll be useful when we need to decrypt all of this data. Great! Now let's get out of here while we still can.
Welcome back. Take it you found what we came for? That's good news. Fortunately, it's all bad news out here. Kumarke's back. She brought reinforcements. We'll have to deal with them if we're going to make the jump back to our universe. The Brookhaven is generating some sort of advanced protection field on Kumarke's flagship. We'll need to deal with the Brookhaven first before we can even put a scratch on the Reskava.
Like the 14 sacred trees of Lugar, I am invincible. Make peace with your gods.
Oh, the Brookhaven is protecting your father. We need to take it out first. Please tell me I don't sound like that to you.
caught a break. We'd better get back to our universe before she returns with a full Terran armada. Right. We'll open the portal. Once it's ready, go through and cross over. We'll cover you. Okay. We're all set here. Just give the word when you're ready. You're all clear. Get through the portal. There's no more time. Go! Tactical, target the lead cruiser and fire at will.
Looks like the Khonshu didn't make it. Guess it wasn't a good day for the DeSotos of either universe. Ooh, touched a nerve, did I? Sorry about that. Look, it wasn't all bad. We got your missing data and some choice Terran data to go along with it. You didn't think I'd stop when I collected your data, did you? What did I say earlier? Knowledge is power. And based on what I saw in there, I'd say we have quite a bit of power to enjoy here.
We read you. We're only picking up one ship out there, though. Understood. Was the mission a success? That's good to know. Thank you. We have a lot of repairs to make over here, but if there's anything we can do for you, let us know.
If I might make a suggestion, let's take our prize somewhere with a lot more defenses than this station. Kumarke might come after us. Again. And we're sitting ducks where we are now.
And so they run home, tails between their legs. They probably think they've won. Poor deluded fools. We have everything we need from them. The location of the Emperor's prize is now known. He will be most pleased. Make sure all is ready for the next stage. Soon we will strike. For the glory of the Empire!
For the glory of the Empire!
Lives are never a cost we want to pay. I'm sure that the data you brought back will bring meaning to the sacrifices made today. I'm surprised at the level of cooperation you received from Admiral Lita. Whatever the Terran Emperor is up to must have really spooked her. I think we have a long, difficult road ahead of us on this. Alliance intelligence is working overtime to decrypt the data you recovered from the Terrans. The exocomp you liberated has been quite useful in that endeavor. With luck, we'll have more insight on the Emperor's plans soon. There's been an incident at Jupiter Station. Admiral Janeway is leading the relief operations there and has asked for backup. I'd like you to join the Admiral at Jupiter Station and provide any assistance she might require. Be prepared. If the Terrans are bold enough to strike at the very heart of the Federation, they must be up to something big.
Good to see you again. I wish we were meeting under better circumstances. The Terrans hit us pretty hard today. Several of our ships are in trouble. See what you can do to help out. We'll talk more once we have everyone out of harm's way.
Whatever medical teams you could spare would be most welcome.
Scanning in progress.
Away teams received.
This is the Juno. We've lost main power. Any engineering support would be helpful. Thanks. We'll get your people back to you as soon as we have things under control.
Evacuate as many people as possible from the Akron before their warp core breaches.
There's 2 more groups to beam out. I'll buy you as much time as I can. The last of us are ready for transport. Hurry! The core's about to breach!
That's everyone. Get to a safe distance.
The Akron treated us well. I'm going to miss her and her captain.
Losing the Akron wasn't easy to watch, but you saved the survivors on board. That's what matters the most. Well done. This situation is getting complicated, and officers like you can help me get to the bottom of things. Let's meet on Voyager to go over this in person. Granted. I'll meet you in the transporter room. Welcome aboard. There's a lot to discuss and very little time to do so. Walk with me. I'll get you up to speed on the way to the conference room. Here's what we know so far. The Terran fleet warped into the Sol system unchallenged. Somehow, they managed to bypass all of our security measures. You saw what they did to the ships near the station. Once they dealt with those ships, they raided the station itself. Their objective was unusual, even for Terrans.
That's putting it mildly.
Right. Let's get down to business. As you know, the Terrans raided a secret research station in the Izar system earlier. They stole a large amount of classified data during that raid, which you managed to recover. Starfleet Intelligence believes they found what they were looking for in that data, and it led them here, to Jupiter Station. I'm bringing in a consultant to assist with this briefing. Someone with first-hand experience of the incident at Jupiter Station.
You're gonna love this. Told ya.
If you're finished gawking, believe me, I don't want to be here any more than you do. Let's get this over with. 14 hours ago, I led a Terran strike force operation to Jupiter Station. All right, let's get started. The operation is about to commence. We've entered Federation space undetected, thanks to security codes obtained by Imperial agents. By the time we drop out of warp in the Sol system, it'll be too late for the defenders of Jupiter Station.
This plan is reckless, even for you, Marshal. We're not dealing with a legion of witless cyborgs here, and I'd rather not end up in a Starfleet prison for the rest of my days. Or, you know, dead.
Your position is noted, Captain. Perhaps you'd like to voice your concerns to the Emperor? It is his plan, after all. No? Anyone? I didn't think so.
Fortune, as they say, favors the bold. If we succeed today, the favor of the Emperor will be ours. So, please summarize our mission objectives, Marshal.
Very well, Inquisitor. Listen closely. Once we arrive at Jupiter Station, we'll offer them the chance to surrender. They may show their bellies without firing a shot. If not, we'll deal with them and board the station. We will find the Emperor's prize, secure it, and return to our universe, and the great reward that awaits us there.
It's about time. I could use a good fight.
And people wonder why they call you Killy, Sylvia.
Bloodthirst built the Empire. You'd be wise to remember that.
It has served you well so far, Captain.
If it gets in the way today, I won't hesitate to put you down. With your favorite spoon.
Yeah, stop flirting with me. You'll make Kamarke blush.
Do recall that Marshal Janeway does not suffer fools. And we are on her vessel.
You're not going anywhere but the grave!
I think not, traitor.
You've been your shadow long enough!
Enough of this! Time for you to die!
Aw, look at the mess you made. The Marshal's gonna get cranky.
Bravo! Well fought! 3 cheers for...
Stop! Kamarke, we're not doing that. An assassination attempt? Before breakfast? Rude. Nice to see I'm not the only one who's tried to end you, Inquisitor. Unlike that idiot, I live to tell the tale. And hey, you got that sweet voice box out of the deal.
Yes, you tried. And you failed. Fortunately for you, I am a loyal servant of the Emperor. Because he wishes it, you're still breathing. Should that change, well, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it, won't we?
Believe me, if we get to that bridge, I'll be the one blowing it up underneath you. But for now, the Emperor says we have to play nice, so this is me, playing nice. See you at Jupiter Station. Unless your yeoman puts a shiv in your back on the way.
The Defiant is ready to receive you, Inquisitor. Step onto the transporter pad when you're ready.
Jupiter Station. I am Marshal Catherine Janeway of the Terran Empire. Surrender, and your lives will be spared. Resistance, as the saying goes, is futile. Make the smart choice.
Request denied, Marshal. I'd advise you to surrender while you're still able to do so.
A predictable response, Marshal. I suggest we teach them the error of their ways. My crew and I stand ready to lead the charge.
I think you got a little something brown on your nose there, Inquisitor.
Enough. Inquisitor, the honor is yours. Teach them a lesson they'll never forget. Those who manage to survive, anyway.
Inquisitor, I have 17 cases of Romulan ale that say we're earning the most glory today.
Make it 20, and you're on.
Done. Good luck scoring even a single kill in that.
We'll see about that.
It won't be a problem at all. Concentrate fire on the defense satellites. You'll find out soon enough, Commander. Surrender and prepare to be boarded.
Marshal Janeway, I request a ceasefire to conduct rescue operations.
He's stalling, buying time for reinforcements to arrive. The Empire doesn't negotiate with prey. Let's knock down their shields and take what we came here for.
This insolence of yours is getting tiresome, Captain. Remember your place, or I will gut you like a fish and kick your carcass out of the nearest airlock. What is it, Inquisitor?
We're reading several Starfleet vessels approaching at high warp, Marshal. They'll be here in moments.
Battle stations. Fire to disable. If Starfleet is so concerned about rescue operations, let's give them something to rescue. It'll keep any more would-be reinforcements occupied.
Tactical. Fire to disable.
Let's teach these Starfleet agents a lesson.
won't get away with this. Whatever you're after.
Called it. He needs to be broken. Or killed. I'm good either way.
Very well. We'll disable the station. But I warn you, if the Emperor's prize is damaged or lost, I'll kill each of you myself. Slowly. An agonizer booth at maximum setting will feel like mercy by the time I'm done with you. Do I make myself clear?
There's a price for defying the Terran Empire, and I am here to collect. Tactical. Concentrate fire on their habitat.
The loss of the Emperor's prize. All right, they're at our mercy. It's time to do what we came to do. Let's beam down to the station and take the Emperor's prize. Prepare yourselves. We've got their backs to the wall, and something tells me they won't go down without a fight.
As we planned, then. 2 teams. Team 1's objective is to disrupt their security systems through sabotage. Team 2 will then gain access to critical systems and take control of them.
Once that's done, we can use their transporters to beam directly to where the Emperor's prize is located, and take it. Try not to get roughed up by a bunch of scientists and lab assistants.
Let's get moving, Inquisitor.
As you wish, Marshal.
We've got intruders in the storage area! Repeat, intruders in the storage area!
That didn't take long.
Phasers on stun! Open fire!
Phasers on stun, eh? Too bad ours are set to kill.
Looks like this group has more fight in them.
So they're angry geeks and nerds. Got it. Huh. One of them almost hit me. I'm impressed.
Here's where we part company. Get the job done, Team 2.
We won't fail you, Marshal.
We won't fail you. Ugh. Let's go, Camarque. You know, when you're done kissing the Marshal's backside.
Enough. Someone get these doors open.
I'm on it. Got it. Ready when you are, Marshal.
They're beaming in.
You're trapped. Surrender now and no harm will come to you.
Security fields. Took them long enough.
We need to keep moving.
I'll reconfigure the isolinear chips here and shut down power to the fields.
Kumarke and I are in position. Waiting on you, Marshal. Tick-tock.
We're almost there. Stand by.
Commander, do not let them seize control of that station under any circumstances.
Get those bombs planted, Inquisitor.
On it. Cover me while I work.
Clock's ticking. Still haven't heard any explosions. Having troubles?
Not as many as you'll have if you don't stop distracting us.
Charge is set. Get to a safe position. Move!
Nice kaboom! We intercepted their security protocol transfer. Kumarke is taking control as we speak.
Good. Once you take their internal sensors offline, we can move undetected. For now, drop the security fields.
Sure, if you ask me nicely.
Captain, you are on dangerously thin ice here. Get that security field down now.
All right, it's down. Go!
Watch out! There's the Jeffries tube. Let's get climbing.
Why'd they cancel Red Alert when there's still Terrans on board?
That's a mystery you'll never solve, I'm afraid.
This is the transporter room. Take the lead. Breach and clear.
What? They're here! Open fire!
Right. Beam us directly to the medical ward.
Energizing. Something's wrong here.
What's the holdup? We need to get out of here before Starfleet overruns our position.
Starfleet's adapted their security protocols. We're locked out of the transporter controls. Time to go to Plan B. Meet us at the hub on Deck 7. Janeway out. Get to the hub as fast as you can.
Perfect. I love running.
Stop!
Tilly and her pet are a problem. Can I count on you if things go sideways?
She tried to kill me, Marshal. Given the opportunity, I will return the favor.
Commander, we've got more contacts incoming!
Damn, we're in a tight spot.
Let's fight our way to the others and regroup.
Marshal? Inquisitor? How nice of you to join us.
What took you so long? Did you stop to replicate some coffee on the way?
Fighting now. Coffee later. Time to change things up a bit.
We're clear for now, Marshal.
Inquisitor, you and Tilly will get us access to the turbolifts. Kumarke and I will focus on disabling the security lockups. Once that's done, we should be able to get to the medical ward using turbolifts. We'll rendezvous there.
Interesting that the Marshal pulled that little team switch. What do you think she's up to?
Maybe she's hoping we'll kill each other, so she won't have to.
This is Janeway. What's your status?
About to take turbolift control. Stand by.
Victory! At last! Inquisitor to Marshal Janeway. We have secured turbolift control. Your orders?
Hold your position, Inquisitor. Captain Kumarke tells me she needs about 15 seconds to finish cracking their security overrides.
So, did Grandma Janeway ask you to kill me? I mean, I'd be insulted if she didn't.
Janeway here. We've done our part. Ball's in your court now, Inquisitor.
Yeah, we'll get right on that, Marshal. There's a countermeasure blocking me here. You need to reroute through that console.
Reroute complete.
Starting on the second lockout. Cover me! I need you on that console, Inquisitor!
Try it now!
Almost there. Just a few more seconds. sword.
Nice work. We have turbolift access here. Proceed with the plan. Kumarke and I will meet you at the objective.
I think Janeway will convince Kumarke to betray me.
That seems unlikely. Your pet is very loyal.
What are you even here for? You aren't working for the Marshals.
I work for the Emperor.
Still doesn't tell me why you're here.
To make sure the job gets done.
What's so important about the Emperor's prize, anyway?
Ask the Emperor. I'm sure he'd love explaining himself to you.
Wow. Stick with your day job, Inquisitor. Comedy is not your strong suit.
The joke will be on us if we don't stay focused.
Personal shield losing power.
Mind if we cut in?
Beginning decontamination sweep.
This ends now, Terrans. It's over.
You're right, Commander. It is over. For you.
There is no way I'm letting you take... Ah! One for emergency transport.
Started getting on my last nerve.
Threat neutralized. The prize is ours for the taking, Marshal.
Indeed. Inquisitor, if you would do the honors and open the door.
Huh. I expected someone more impressive.
Let's get this over with.
Yeah, let's do that. To be honest, I didn't think you'd make it this far, but I'm happy to finish you off now. You've had the Emperor's favor long enough. It's our time for glory now!
Really? Well then. If you want to kill the Queen, you need to deal with her pawns. You're not as loyal as you led me to believe, Inquisitor.
Afraid not, Marshal. Nothing personal. Tilly made the better deal.
And it was for a lot more than Romulan ale.
Perhaps we should gloat after the battle is won.
What the? She's got some sort of invulnerability shield.
She's adapted. Her Borg drones have formed a micro-collective. We need to eliminate them to make her vulnerable. Her shield is down. Now's our chance. Open fire! She's adapted. Eliminate Borg drones to make her vulnerable. Take down Borg drones to drop her shield. Her shield is down. Now's our chance. Open fire! She's adapted. Eliminate Borg drones to make her vulnerable. Her shield is down. Now's our chance. Open fire! She's adapted. Eliminate Borg drones to make her vulnerable. Her shield is down. Now's our chance. Open fire! She's adapted. Eliminate Borg drones to make her vulnerable. Her shield is down. Now's our chance. Open fire!
Mark my words, traitors. You will burn for this.
I'll give the old girl credit. Making a Borg army out of the Starfleet goons we dropped along the way was a solid move. If she is, they'll be Starfleet's problem, not ours. If the Marshal survives, she'll be stuck here. Shouldn't be too bad. I hear Federation prisons are soft and comfy. Yeah, that's her problem, not ours. Get the transporter beacon on the Emperor's prize so we can beam her out of here. The Emperor's prize is ours. Let's beam up and get back to our universe.
The rest, as they say, is history. Let's discuss how we resolve this fine little mess. Preferably over some coffee. I think that could be arranged. So now we know who the Terrans were after. What we still don't know is why. Perhaps you can shed some light on that, Marshal. That information is above even my pay grade, Admiral. Only the Emperor knows, and he isn't one to share such secrets willingly. I suspect you know more about the Emperor's prize than I do. What's so special about that woman? We know she's one of ours, Lieutenant Ilea, a Deltan navigator assigned to the Enterprise in the late 23rd century. Until recently, she was listed as missing in action after an incident involving a powerful entity in deep space. Recently, she teleported into a Starfleet research station in the Epsilon sector and promptly collapsed. She's been comatose ever since. She was transferred to Jupiter Station for medical care due to her unique physiology.
Am I being a bit more specific? Baldness isn't exactly a unique biological trait, especially for Deltans.
According to the researchers on Jupiter Station, Ilea is a hybrid, a fusion of biological and artificial life. Very advanced artificial life. The research team could barely comprehend the nature of her artificial components. One of them told me it made a Zoom-type android look crude by comparison.
Well, I don't know how a bald cyborg factors into making the Emperor's ultimate weapon, but he does tend to have plans within plans. Maybe he wants this Ilea to serve as a prototype for some new type of super soldier.
I don't care what he wants. It's our job to stop him and bring Ilea back. So, we need a plan, and we need it fast. By now, Tilly and her cohorts will have returned the Emperor's prize to Terran space dock in our universe. You'll want to move fast and be ready for the fight of your life if you want to bring her back. Let me be clear. This is an enemy of my enemy situation. I mean to get revenge on Tilly and her lackeys, and working with you will help me accomplish that goal. I see no reason to complicate matters. Do you? Then it sounds like we have an understanding. Now let's get to it.
Well, well. It looks like my recent work with Starfleet on training scenarios has paid off. Never thought you'd have the guts to try anything like that, but what can I say? You're just full of surprises. Are you kidding? This is my kind of crazy. I would miss it for the world. And if my help isn't enough, you have 2 Janeways working on this. I can't wait to see what those crazy old birds come up with. Especially after a few pots of coffee.
We took some serious hits here today, but they've had their inning. Now it's our turn at bat. Starfleet will put their best and brightest to work on the rescue operation. I've been assured that our allies in the Alliance will do the same. Working together, we survive the Iconian War. We can deal with this Terran incursion as well. One thing's for certain. Starfleet needs to improve the defenses here at Jupiter Station. I have a few ideas on that. But for now, Ilea is our top priority.
Captain's log, supplemental. We have the Emperor's prize at last. With Janeway out of the picture, the glory is ours alone. We will learn the secrets of the Emperor's prize. By any means necessary.
Kumarke to bridge. We're ready to begin.
Terrans continue to perplex me. They went to a lot of trouble to kidnap Ilea, despite the incredible risk. It just doesn't add up. Something tells me that the Terran Emperor's plans involve a lot more than kidnapping. Admiral Janeway and a team of specialists have finalized a plan to liberate one of our own from the Terran Empire. The consultants from the Mirror Universe have been helpful in this effort, and will be working alongside the Admiral in the upcoming rescue operation. Together, we're hoping to put an end to the plans of the Terran Emperor before he has the chance to see them come to fruition. I'd like you to join the team and work with them to bring Lieutenant Ilea back home. Report to Admiral Janeway at Jupiter Station. Good luck.
You made it. Good. Ready to get started? That's what I like to hear. Once we've made the transition to the Mirror Universe, we'll use some misdirection tactics. Turnabout's fair play, so we'll be engaging the Terrans at their version of Jupiter Station. During the chaos, your strike team will disembark on a Terran runabout and head for their primary space dock. Once you're on board, you'll conduct rescue operations. While you're extracting Ilea, I'll lead our starship force and keep the Terrans busy. Once you've sent the signal, we'll warp to Terra and collect you at the extraction point. From there, we'll make the transition back to this universe. That's assuming everything goes smoothly, of course. Be ready to improvise if the Terrans decide to complicate matters. And speaking of Terrans, you'll need to beam our consultants from the Mirror universe to your ship before we cross over. They'll be joining your team on the operation. They're standing by for transport once you're in range.
This is the Juno. We've completed major repairs and are moving into formation.
Lita to bridge. The Marshal and I are on board and ready to begin.
The Innsbruck reports the portal device is charged and ready.
Turing to fleet. We are in position and ready to begin.
That's everyone. That's everyone. Once you're ready, the Innsbruck will open the portal and we'll travel to the Mirror universe.
Innsbruck to fleet. The portal is open for business.
All right, we've got their attention. Let's see about keeping it. All ships, this is Admiral Janeway. Engage the Terran vessels. Keep an eye on long-range sensors. Once reinforcements are on, phase 2 of the operation.
We need to hit them hard. Make them desperate enough to call us back.
For a Terran, requesting aid. Thank you. Here we go. Don't pull any punches. No danger.
Shields at maximum and weapons free.
Sure to protect the Innsbruck. She's our ticket home.
Calling for reinforcements. The misdirection worked. We rattled the Terrans enough to call for backup. That gives us time to begin the next phase of the operation. You're up. Disembark on the Terran runabout and head to Terra at top speed. We'll remain here and keep them busy. Hopefully we'll buy you enough time to complete your objectives. Same to you. A word of advice. Keep an eye on your Terran teammates. Neither of them got to where they were in the Empire without the use of treachery. We'll be waiting for your signal. Once we have it, we'll come to pick you up. Be ready to make a hasty exit. I don't think any of us want to remain at the heart of the Terran Empire any longer than we have to. Next stop, TSD.
Here's where the fun begins. Terran Space Dock, this is the Runabout Nile. Request permission to dock.
Runabout Nile, you are clear to land. Glory to the Empire.
All right, the easy part is over. Ready weapons and prepare to disembark. We need to keep them off balance. As long as they're scrambling, we'll have a decent chance of pulling this off. If we give them time to think, to organize. So, let's get moving. We need to take operations and find out where they're keeping your Delta.
The exocomps will make short work of the database security and ops.
They'd better, or this operation will end in failure.
Marshal Chang? Here?
Who were you expecting? The ghost of Emperor Zorvel?
You didn't have a sense of humor, Marshal. Look, the controls for the blast doors are over there! Hey, one of you exocomps needs to hack this door control.
The door lock? Easy peasy.
They changed the codes. Exocomp, get to work.
I'll crack that code like an egg, Marshal. Most components didn't stand a chance against me.
Open the blast doors to ops before more security arrives.
Security! They've made it to ops!
Clear the room. Let's get what we came here for.
And here I was, hoping Quinn would be around so I could relieve him of his duty. Permanently. You know, I thought this would be a hot Okay, exocomps, time to earn your pay. Track their security and find out where they're keeping Starfleet's Hairless Wonder. It'll be up to us to keep the security teams off of them while they work.
Just make sure the Terrans don't make it would disappear, okay?
Yeah. Go beyond the room, please.
A little less sass and a lot more hatchet bit for brains. This place is gonna be crawling with Terrans real soon! Found her. Ilea is on deck 74 in a security station. Not good. We all know what happens in one of those, and it usually begins with an agonizer booth. Damn right we do. If they lock the station down before we get there, it's all over. For her and for us. We need to get out of here. There's a turbo lift in the main concourse we can take to reach deck 74 quickly. Exocomps, get back to the runabout and get her ready for a quick getaway.
We'll keep the engine running, Admiral.
Did you hear that? She wants me to pilot the runabout.
Over my thin chassis? You can barely fly yourself, let alone a runabout.
There she is.
Ah, yes. Voyager. The terror of the Delta Quadrant.
Indeed. And I will get her. Mark my words.
They'll be tracking us by now. Stay sharp.
Keep moving. We can't give them time to focus.
Heads up! Security's beaming in!
Got them now. They're trapped.
So much for being trapped.
Okay, now seriously. Did we ever lower the standard for security around the world?
Nobody gets through! Captain Tilly's orders!
Son, my phaser outranks Captain Tilly, and it says you're relieved.
Okay, I'm stealing that phaser. Brutal.
Quickly, Ilea is on the other side of these doors.
Well, look what the cat dragged in. Sorry, Grandma. The Emperor's prize is staying right where she is.
Come on out. Let's settle this like Terrans.
Yeah, come on out so I can end you and take back my ship.
Yeah, hard pass. I have better things to do than tussle with a pair of old has-beens. Still, if you really want to fight, the Inquisitor is here to give you one.
There's only room for one of us in the universe, and it isn't you.
Not to worry, Inquisitor. My force field will make you quite invulnerable.
Kumarte is shielding the Inquisitor. Get to that console to shut it down. Shield disabled! Take out the Inquisitor!
I've made some modifications to the Agonizer here. You're gonna hate it.
Beam in a squad. I don't want to leave anything to chance here.
Kumarte is shielding the Inquisitor. Get to that console to shut it down. Shield disabled! Take out the Inquisitor!
Reinforcements incoming. Take them out.
Kumarte is shielding the Inquisitor. Get to that console to shut it down. Kumarte is shielding the Inquisitor. Get to that console to shut it down. Kumarte is shielding the Inquisitor. Get to that console to shut it down. Shield disabled! Take out the Inquisitor!
I have what I need from the Deltan. Inquisitor, we're leaving.
This isn't over. Sooner or later, I will end you.
Perhaps you will, Marshal, but not today. Be seeing you.
We have a problem. Several Federation vessels are approaching.
Enemy target.
Took them long enough.
We need to get out of here. I can set up a site-to-site transport, but we'll need to deal with the transporter disruptors in the room first. Leda, get those transporter disruptors offline.
I'm on it. The sooner we're out of here, the better.
While she's working, enable Ilia's pod for transport.
Transporter disruptors are offline. We're all set. All right, we're good to go here. Ready to beam out when you are, Marshal.
Good. Prepare for transport. Time to settle a little personal business.
We made it. Wait, hold on. Where the hell is Marshal Janeway? Looks like the Marshal went into business for herself. Huh, typical.
He's on board and stable, but we aren't going anywhere anytime soon with those hangar bay doors locked.
It won't take long before Terran security traces our transporter signal here, so we're gonna have to move quickly. The exocomps will need to hack the terminals on the far side of the bay. While they work, we'll provide covering fire. Once the hangar bay doors are open, we need to get back to the runabout and take off before the hangar bay doors close and lock us in. I hope you're up for a fight. I don't think they'll let us go without a proper Terran goodbye. Here we go again. Escort the exocomps to the hangar door controls. Then, help me handle the security. Are opening. Let's get back to the runabout and escape.
See? The Terran goodbye. Aw, sweet. They really don't want us to leave. But we're leaving anyway. See ya!
We came as soon as we could. Unfortunately, the Terrans we were fighting at Jupiter Station decided to follow us. As you can see, they're out for blood. We're going to have to fight our way out of here. The Innsbruck needs time to charge the portal device.
Time's a luxury we don't have. Every Terran in range is closing in on us. Following Voyager Edge. We've got your six, Admiral.
Don't get hit. Let's find me. Protect the Innsbruck. Without her, we're not going anywhere.
Going out fighting, eh? I bring you back faster.
Innsbruck, get that portal device online.
Mason, you're done. Take the smart move and bring it back. It's not gonna happen. We're not done until I get your corpse off of my ship.
Well, well, the game's afoot. Target our enemies and fire at will. The game's afoot, indeed.
Now that's something I wasn't expecting.
Nice of you to join us, Mark. Your opponent only accounts for but I won't let you get me out.
I believe I've had enough fun for today. Be seeing you.
Backstabbing purple hobgoblin.
Well, that was rude.
Ah, you're still here? Kind of kick back.
Helm, get us out of here now. Maximum warp.
You're just keeping my Enterprise is mine! Defiance is underfoot. Stay sharp.
Well fought. Perhaps my choice of allies was ill-informed.
Watch your back. Well, this has been there's an unhealthy number of knives pointing at us. But I think it's time we parted company. You should return to your universe while you can. For now, I plan on staying alive and making life as difficult as possible for Tilly and her lackeys. I'm not finished with them. Not by a long shot. On that note, let's get the hell out of here. I've had my fill of the mirror universe. We made it, and without any Terrans tagging along. Let's get Ilea back to Jupiter Station. She may require medical assistance.
You are in transporter range now. Prepare Ilea for secure transport.
Ilea's pod is reading all systems nominal. We're ready to transmit the secure transport protocols.
Protocols verified and confirmed. We're ready for transport.
Ilea is secure on Jupiter Station. Please come alongside Voyager. Ilea's in good hands. The medical team on Jupiter Station will take good care of her. I'd like to go over things with you on Voyager. Let's see if we can make some sense out of all this.
I don't like leaving unfinished business behind. Tilly still has my ship. And Kumarke's still breathing. That needs to change soon. Still, if Marshal Janeway can get her ship back, so can I. Who knows? Maybe we'll team up. Be outlaws together. Stranger things have happened.
It won't be easy for my mirror counterpart. She's practically a pirate now. And I suspect the Terrans will do all they can to make an example of her. Based on what I've seen, they've got their work cut out for them.
The good news? We pulled it off. Bad news? Terrans don't like to lose. They'll be back. Trust me.
Let them come. Jupiter Station was a wake-up call. Next time, we'll be ready. They needed Ilea for something, but for what? We still have a lot of unanswered questions. And I don't think we're going to like the answers.
Vija, the other is coming. The other is coming!
Nice work out there. Ilea is safe once more. We need to learn more about the Emperor's objectives. To that end, agents of Starfleet Intelligence are joining forces with covert operatives from our partners in the Alliance. They'll be conducting operations in the Mirror Universe, and, with luck, we'll have intel on the Emperor's plans soon. I'll contact you when we have more information. Until then, stay safe out there.